Let's talk building the band. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Alison Ogden. I am on the first season of Netflix's new music show, Building the Band. I just want to start out by saying thank you so much to everyone that has watched. From the bottom of my heart, you have changed all of our lives, and I know everyone shares that same sentiment, so thank you very much. Shout out Brazil, you guys have given me so much love. I would love to visit there, and I'm just so appreciative of the kind messages that I've received and all of the support that I've gotten thus far. I have gotten very, very many comments and messages flooding all of my social media asking me to please make a statement, make a comment on both things that have been said about me on the internet and the edit of the show as a whole. Is that Allison? Is that the real you? Is that the full scope of your personality? Is what a lot of people have been asking. So I wanted to take a moment and answer you guys. Something that I 100% will own without a doubt is I'm a very confident, driven, direct, communicative person. I do view that as a positive and as a strength, especially when it comes to business decisions. At the end of the day, I value that side of myself and I will always own that side of myself. As a woman in particular, I think going into the show, I really wanted to be authentically me in that regard, and hopefully if I could affect any girl positively in feeling safe in owning who she is and what she wants and what she thinks she deserves out of this world. I wanted to empower women to feel safe in doing that because it was a long journey for myself to get from someone that was bullied very heavily to the person that I am today. I'm proud of the growth that I've had, and I hope that there's a lot more growth to come. I have grown a ton since the show. It was a year ago, but yeah, that was a hope of mine. Now to get into the nitty-gritty of things and what I know everyone really is wondering about our band, Sweet Seduction. Into the nitty-gritty of things and what I know everyone really is wondering about our band, Sweet Seduction. I'm very appreciative of getting to work with both Haley and Elise. I really, really valued our time together, and I'm very grateful that I got to learn from the experience with them and I can grow as an individual moving forward. If it were not for them, I would have had absolutely no place in the show, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Unfortunately, a lot of aspects of our lives together as a band were not shown, and with television, not everything is a fully accurate representation of everyone on the show, and not everything is fully real. There were so many long nights of wonderful bonding conversations where we got the opportunity to learn the ins and outs of one another, to understand each other's origin story. We slept in each other's beds. We would kiki and always do our little fingers when we talked. We would share clothes. We would go get our nails done together. We would really be vulnerable with one another and explore our group. My intentions with some of the things that you guys got to see on the show that I've gotten a lot of mixed reviews on are how driven I was in pushing our group. I do think that some of it was misconstrued. With that being said, I do not mean to take away from anyone's experience because everyone's feelings are valid and everyone's experience is valid as well. My intention was really just to drive our girls to be the best that we possibly could. My intention was really just to drive our girls to be the best that we possibly could. I am a very, very disciplined person, and by no means was I ever intending to attack or belittle either of the girls in our band. I really came at it from a perspective of we got to put our heads down, we've got to really, really go for it. We need to let the little things fall by the wayside and really just keep our eye on the prize. I'm an extremely competitive person, and I wanted nothing more than for our band to win and to be able to really connect and unify and blend and do harmonies and all of these things. One of the things in particular that pops into my mind as I'm talking about this is everyone saw me roll my eyes after Elise said that she didn't feel very comfortable with harmony. I went on to say after that I was rolling my eyes because I just wanted her to feel confident in her abilities because she is so wildly talented. It definitely did not come across the way that I intended it to, especially in a competition with such a high caliber of performers. I more so was hoping that she would speak it into existence, that she could do it. In regard to Haley, I just want to take a moment to really applaud her strength. I know she has shared on social media a few of the things that she was going through. It is not my job to tell her story, but I just want to say I am very, very proud of the way that that girl carried herself throughout the entire process and for the strength that she possessed. For reality TV, of course, there is a storyline at the end of the day that production is trying to achieve, and I do understand that. I'm very grateful overall for my experience on the show, for being able to be a part of it. And whatever door opens, I'm really grateful for it. I do wish, however, that more of my true personality in all aspects of like my silly side and my heart were able to be shown, not just the drive till the end of the competition person. I tend to put on a bit of a hard shell as a defense mechanism. We all have our things. I know that I have mine, and I don't mean to excuse any behavior that may have come off the wrong way or hurt anybody. One of my best friends in college used to always call me his jelly bean because I put on this front that I'm tough, but on the inside I'm very ooey gooey, and I do have a lot of empathy, and I do have a lot of love for the people around me, and I love to care for people. I wish that a little bit more of that had been shown. The entire time, I really truly was just trying to motivate our band to be the best that we could be, to make it to the end as a team, which is something that I grew up receiving from mentors and teachers that I had learned from, but I know that's not always everyone's speed, and I do want to take this opportunity to take full accountability for not doing my due diligence to read into enough the way that everyone was feeling. I had my eyes so set on us girls winning that prize and making it to the end, and unfortunately, as a result, at times I did lose sight of how everyone was feeling. Behind the scenes, we had plenty and plenty of conversations about these kinds of things, and there were much more positive moments than what were shown. But at times, I can admit that, and I do take accountability for that. Overall, being on a show like this was an experience unknown to me prior, and there were a lot of positives and negatives that came with that. I want nothing but the best for both Haley and Elise, and I am wildly grateful for the experience. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you've loved the show.